Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome back to a real weather forecast. It has been really chilly the past couple days here in Florida as we had our first real strong cold front. There was 50s widespread across the state, some 40s up in North Florida, and even a spot up in I think by Tallahassee, there was a 39-degree temperature reading. It was awfully chilly around here, and today temperatures finally come up a little bit. We're back into the low to mid 80s for the high today, and no clouds. Can be beautiful today. Now, previously on my Facebook page, I did mention that we could see a chance for storms as there's a trough coming in, but models have backed off on that trough, as you can see right here in the GFS. The trough now doesn't dip as far south and more stays about into Georgia and north, as all the moisture will stay up there, and that will keep us limited with any chance for rain, as we're like in between this trough and this stalled front at the bottom of the Keys. So right in between, no rain across Florida. Should stay sunny, dry, cool. Highs in the mid 80s across the area. And even tomorrow looks like another dry day. And looking at rainfall for the past 7 days, I do have here's a WPC for the Weather Prediction Center, and they do show not really any rain at all across Florida for the 7 days. Very dry. That's all to the fact that if we look through the models, GFS does show high pressure system pretty much just stays with us, builds, and if you notice up in the northeast, looks like a nor'easter looks like to be developing up there, and that nor'easter is going to help build a big ridge right behind it, and this ridge right here, a lot of model support showing for the next week, the winds will start to pick up quite a bit out of the east, so I do expect some rough surf and high rip currents pretty much most of the week next week, as temperatures will stay in the low 80s, maybe even the upper 70s across along the coast, as the winds will just keep coming in from the beach. Now the Euro, same way, still shows that building very strong high pressure system. You can see those are isobars. The closer they are, the more windy it is. And of course, down here we have Tammy. So we have Tammy and the high pressure system nudging against each other, causing a pressure gradient. So much stronger winds. I'll talk about Tammy a little more later. And if we do head, I'll go up to 7 days from now. That's the most you should go, especially for GFS. GFS can show all sorts of things. But we go out a week from today, and just shows continuous strong winds from the very, very strong high pressure system in the northeast. And you can see those are very strong isobars. Like I'm talking, you can see constant 15, 25 knot winds coming in from the east coast all throughout the week. I do expect big surf since it's a long fetch of wind, so big surf, rip currents, during high tides, could see some, definitely beach erosion, maybe some, since the higher tides and the bigger waves, could see some minor flooding, coastal flooding along the coast. And looks like it's keeping us dry, but maybe as throughout the week, as the strong winds are coming from the Atlantic, could see some pulses of moisture coming off the coast, maybe a couple sprinkles now and then, but overall looks like a dry weekend as the winds will start look like they pick up by Monday. And if you look at the windy program, here is right now. Here's you can't really tell, but the trough is like right in this area, and the winds coming in from the northwest still. But and there's that big old nor'easter developing off the northeast. There gets some pretty strong effects. The classic heavy winds, rain, no snow as it's too early in the season to see any snow from a nor'easter. Usually when we start getting into like December, January, February, that's when we start seeing snow with nor'easters. But as of now, looks like it's gonna be a really nice weekend. The winds are gonna be light, great boating this weekend, good fishing as it's this time of year. The dolphin offshore are biting. Pompano should be coming in. The mullet run is starting to slow down, more down south if you are by like West Palm, south of that. Even maybe Stewart mullet run could be still going on. So it'll be good to get out, go fishing, as those winds will be light. No rain in the forecast. Uh, Temperatures will stay in the low to mid 80s. It's gonna be beautiful this weekend. Great fishing. And then as we head into Monday, the winds are starting to switch back around for the east as that high pressure builds the northeast, and we can really start seeing the winds pick up. As right now, about 16 knots across all the east coast of Florida, and they start picking up even more, seeing some 20s, 20, 24 across, which can definitely make some big wave heights. And I can show on here waves. So yes, so here's a nice long fetch of 7 foot, 8 foot down south. It's about 6, 7 foot. And of course, as Tammy lifts up, should see a more ground long period swell from it. But yeah, I think the Bahamas, South Florida, as most of those big waves being blocked by the Bahamas. But definitely see rough surf all week, about like 5 to 7 foot, up to 9 foot, plus windy conditions. And that could be a good boating day, weekend next week. So this weekend is definitely a good day to get out and enjoy it. All right, now let's go on to Tammy. Now Tammy is a hurricane right now, which is very surprising. A lot of the models were going back and forth with Tammy. Tammy was hard to forecast as the models were having a tough time figuring out the intensity as Tammy took a while to form. But like once Tammy got that core to form in the middle and get that close center of circulation and those convections around it, it really ramped up fast. Right now it's at 75 miles per hour, so it just became a hurricane at 11. Hurricane warnings across the area. For the Eastern Caribbean, there is some tropical storm watches down here, and they even got a hurricane watch up by I think that's St. Martin and up there. I'm not too familiar with the island names, but I have been down there. It's beautiful down there. Now, looking through satellite, here is Tammy right now. It's still a sloppy mess, but nonetheless, heavy rain, lots of wind for it, as the core is about right in this area right here. You can see there is some fanning, so it is definitely in a good environment, a better environment from earlier. Still can see there is some dry air north of it. You can see that rope cloud about it, which means dry air is getting ingested in the storm and just dropping it. But other than that, it's in a better environment than it was previously. If you look at the models, a lot of them are showing that northwest direction, and after that, looks like it'll kind of like stop, slow down, and then turn out to sea. A lot of models been showing this direction, but also some models are in all over the place. And here's a GEFS. These are all the members. All the members show that same general track and then turn out to sea as a fairly decent Cat 1, maybe low end Cat 2 hurricane at peak. Could be, especially north of the islands. I won't be surprised if it might just strengthen a little more. I say 85 max, possibly in the Eastern Caribbean. Nothing they can handle, but just be prepared, be careful. It's just about there. And I don't know what is going on with this all over the place. This is a GEPS. Usually I don't really look at this one. This one really is not the best model to look at. but overall, I just have that same track in the short term. Just grazing the islands, if not over them. Looks like maybe the center might just be just to the east of them, but other than that, they will get some hurricane conditions starting. Looks like even tonight. All right, we can look at the operational model real quick if I can find it. Okay, so here is Tammy right there. And the GFS does show it going just to the northeast of it. That's the operational run. But a lot of the members, I've noticed the deterministic model wants to be just east of all the ensembles, as all the members are just over here. Now, even if Tammy does go this side, obviously there'll be less impacts, but also GFS does show the position of it looks like much more north and east of where Tammy is right now. As you can see, there's yeah, it's much more north. It's like more right here. So that definitely helps displace the track. Now imagine if go back to the now imagine if it was right here instead of doing this, just draw a line. So yeah, it'll be much closer. So I definitely see this model not going in agreement. Yeah, and the Euro does show it much closer, but also much weaker, which is interesting. Hmm. But no impacts to us, as there's too much traffic to over us, too much high pressure is will just deflect anything that comes. That's why we're not going to see much rain in the next 7 days. Too much high pressures, just too much going on for the tropical system to go over. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I hope everyone in the Eastern Caribbean is safe and just heed warnings and just make sure you're hunkered down. You guys have been through much worse. You'll be all right. Just a lot of rain, some very strong winds. Just keep safe, stay indoors. It'll pass through. All right, and everybody in Florida, enjoy the nice weather this weekend and all next week. If you have headed to the beach, just be careful. It's going to be quite windy out there. East winds coming in strong and big surf. But if you're going out this weekend, it's supposed to be very nice. Enjoy it. Still could be some rip currents. There's always a chance. Just be careful and get out there and get fishing. Catch those big dolphin out there. Get offshore if you are, or stay in the shore. Still pompano out there probably as they're coming in. That that first cold front that came in really helped push the pompano in, and even their Spanish mackerel. So everybody have a good day and enjoy your Thursday. Thank you.